Hi, happy quantum. Today I had a spiral morning because of an emotional trigger that I experienced with one of my children, especially my youngest child at 6 years old. So I'm learning how to work through those emotions and approach them in a healthy way. And because I have to deal with um, the Board of Education and also deal with my own what would I say? When you're triggered, it kind of opens up that door, my own understanding to the incident and how I respond, like my own responding. I want to make sure that everything is done in a healthy way. And the most important thing is that my child and any child that goes to that school is held in a safety space, a safety safe space. That's the most important thing. So I want to make sure that I keep my mind in a healthy place because I was spiraling. I didn't really want to record myself under those emotional responses because it was very, very difficult to deal with. I actually called my cousin to help me through it, and she did help me through it. And so I decided to be inspired by how my cousin inspired me. I feel like she's a person that works for God, and I'm sure God works for her sometimes as well because she reminded me of how powerful it is to be a mother. And so hearing her talk about taking care of her child and also assisting me in the things I should do to advocate for my child, I was able to be inspired to be a mother again. Because when you see gaslighting by a company or a board or a council, it could be really overwhelming to deal with your emotions and to keep your emotions in a healthy, aligned manner. And honestly, it was because of being outraged at the fact that there were lies told on me and my child, and also hurt that people that you look up to help direct your child and yourself in a healthy way about education could show those kind of qualities. And it speaking with my cousin, it helped me to realign myself to stick to my core beliefs, and that my core beliefs are like I live for my children. And as hard as it gets, and as frustrating as it is, as hurtful and sad it can be when you're faced with these challenges that are so very sensitive. I don't even know what's more sensitive than having a child. That for me has been the most groundbreaking experience of my life, along with growing up with my brothers and sisters. Like that also is groundbreaking. Between having my children and growing up with my siblings, those two things have been like the most impactful influence on my values and my core values. So faith is really important to me, to have faith. And the faith of a mustard seed is a seed that grows. And sometimes you become disappointed and you become outraged at the environment of where the seed has to grow. And I have a picture of myself that I really am proud of. And it's a picture of me that represents like my reason and my purpose for survival, and also to live in luxury and to live in in joy and happiness and harmony, and knowing that you deserve those things. So there's a photo I have of me. I'm trying to see if I can find it here. Give me a second. Let me try to find it. There's a photo of me here. Oh, wait, one second. And right here. Is it in this one? Oh, I don't think I have it in this. I think I have it in this one. Hold up, it was in the wrong phone. Um, it's a photo of me, and this is like explaining to me like how I feel about faith and how I feel about having faith. This photo in particular, which I want to publish, is here a photo of me. Could you guys see it on camera? Anyhow, on camera, I have a dress on, a skirt on, and I'm behind this building, and I'm holding a rose. And so the rose, oh, right here, the rose is signifies, you see the back of it says danger, or say to beware, and it says, all those things in the back. And honestly, it was to show representation of the rose that grows through concrete, or the dandelion that grows through concrete, and having that resilience is what makes me be motivated, and it gives me passion. So speaking to my cousin, reigniting my passion and reigniting my purpose. And I just have these vision boards. I told her I was going to look at my vision boards and I was going to relax and I was going to get myself into a portal where I'm protected, where I'm safe, where I am living in my purpose, and where I am driven, driven to do the things I need to do, to be the person I am. And for all the things that has happened that are traumatic to be alchemized into something beautiful, into a dream, into royalness, into the goddess light, my daughter's middle name, the light of your creation. And especially when your creation is of joy and happiness. And those are the creations that need to be passed down. Those are the things that needs to be a part of our tradition and our culture. And that's what I'm working on with myself and with my children, is to build those values. So I have this. Yeah, it has branding over here. Yes, it does have a little branding, but the thing is, my mother, she comes from luxury, and I have to tell myself, put respect on her name, because my mama, she came into this world with luxury. She used to have this bag, not this one in particular, but she used to have a Louis travel bag, because the Louis back then I think were only travel, like suitcase kind of um branding for it, and so that's the products they had, and so that represents my mom and putting respect on my mom's name. And my mom, I feel like women like these have a superpower. Like my cousin, she has a superpower. My sister has a superpower. My aunties, they have a superpower. My auntie Gaina, my auntie Maggie, and then this is also, the luxury is not in just the diamonds, because we come from a family of like diamonds and inheritance. And my mom, she comes from Doris K, and they have a name called Doris K Jewelers. And I thought it was funny that my mom shared a name with jewelry, because my mom loves jewelry. She says it comes from her Jewish roots, because my mom was named after her grandma, and she was a Jewish woman, and her name was Doris K. And my mom loved jewelry, and I used to go to so many pawn shops and jewelry shops in Mexico, in America, when I lived in California. So this represents my mom's introduction to me for luxury and luxurious things. And then this in the back is also part of luxury, and also part of being a superpower is knowledge, wisdom, understanding. My mom's last job that she had, other than raising us as children, was working as a librarian. She was a nurse as well, but then she also worked as a librarian on the side. So I would go with her to work, and I would read books on top of books on top of books. And I just wrote like some things in the back that kind of have, symbolism to go along with this picture as well. And yeah, on the bottom it says, books showed me the way of life. And honestly, that is like really important, because when my mom would drop us off at the library, I would take my little brothers and sisters, and we would go to the book section, and I would read to them. And I just felt so much safety and so much stability, and I felt warmth in reading and in the library. So that represents for me a place of sereneness, and a place of safety, and a place of peacefulness. Also, I have this one on the back. I like wrote some more stuff on the back. Boop. And if you screenshot it, you deserve to be able to interpret that, because I'm still working on interpreting it. But yeah, I know I don't have design on here, music, and family activities, and school activities. So those are the things that I'm putting on the forefront, and this is the symbolism behind it. And once again, jewelry. Yes, I love the color blue and jewelry. I have a blue heart ring I'm gonna get out soon, and then I have my like face routine. This is like kind of like self care, basically, to basically adorn yourself. This is to adorn yourself. This is a self care. Pay attention to your skin, and drinking water, and keeping your body cleansed. This is femininity. Some cute heels with the toes out. Um, this is just another, like, even though it has a Louis, I kind of put it there because to think that Louis made it to lipstick and not, what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, to me, the Louis on the lipstick, it was just art. That's just art in itself. And then these are all the ages. It kind of helped me to see myself in the 50s and the 60s. And also this, just representation of shop, it's okay. It's okay to do things that you enjoy doing, regardless if it costs money or not. Like, money's an energy. I deserve it. There's more where that comes from. When you spend money, just think to yourself, there's more where that comes from, because it's true. It goes in a circle. So just as much as it could leave you, it could come right back. And then this is the more like, body wash and everything like that. And this is the destination to encourage me to work on, things for me, my kids, and documentations and everything like that. This is that the purpose of your time, On the chart it says your heart. So this is the purpose of your heart. What your heart is here for. Nature, because I gotta have greenery, nature, and then I have. Let me fix this up a little bit more. I need to get like a little holder. Okay, and then I have the world right here, being in harmony with myself, and my soul, and the world, and my spirit, and the higher, the higher realms, like, becoming a part of the higher realms. Don't just become a part of the higher realms. I'm learning to use words that are more encouraging and more powerful. So just say what your intention is. And my cousin did that on the phone. I'm like, yes, you said what your intention was. You said what you needed. To affirm what you deserve is so important. So that's like a part of affirming what you deserve, and me affirming what I deserve. And then I have this one with the It Girl, okay, because my babies, they love LL dolls. And yeah, those are my vision boards. I really love symbolism, so that was just kind of a way for me to tap into my symbolism. And so, yeah, I believe art and symbolism is really important because it helped me today. My hair's calmed down. Before it was like tight. My stomach was like, my guts were like this. Like everything in my stomach was like kind of like tied. My throat was a lump. It was just all the repression that I had for the situation I was dealing with. And it wasn't just one situation. It's very different areas, because you have the mental health, you have the medical, you have financial, you have transportation, you have housing, you have, you know, dental, things on your body, glasses, all these things that I have, like laundry, whatever, all these tasks. I call them tasks, right? All these day-to-day tasks. And so sometimes it becomes overwhelming, and I call it the spiral. But luckily, I switched the spiral. I got a hold of it and I switched it around. If it was turning this way, I grabbed it and spun it the other direction, and it went upward. And I caught a whirlwind. I caught a wave at the beach. I spoke to my cousin, and I was inspired, and I was inspired to take action and, make another quantum conversation with you. And I also would love for you to comment and let me know if you have any experiences that help you to motivate you. Is there anything that symbolizes things that help motivate you? I'm looking for more symbolism. And I do believe symbolism is important because it's a motivating factor for me to stay in alignment and harmony, and also to use my quantum energy. I think the main thing about this video is to use your quantum energy. I'm about to use my quantum energy. I got my headphones, okay? I'm going to use I think I have a eye thing I'm going to put over my eyes and just like get in comfortability and confidence and in comfort. Be comfortable with who you are as a person and your abilities, and also access, reflect, be adaptable, see your options, and visualize those things for myself. Visualize those things for yourself. So I'm going to take about a couple minutes to visualize that for myself. And also, I'm just going to explore, other quantum realms. So yeah, I don't just, make these videos to bring popularity to myself. I really make these videos because I feel like the frequencies and where we are right now in the world, and where we are, I'm sorry, my thing keeps slipping. And where we are right now in the world really calls for others to be accepting of themselves and be accepting of your purpose and do your purpose. And I know it's very difficult when you have to face challenges against persons and persons and persons. And sometimes I say to myself, being in the field, it's too messy, getting boots on the ground is very messy. And then I have to tell myself, you know what? You do your half and God's going to do the other half. and your calling is every day. It's not just one day. Today it was literally me having to call my cousin. Sometimes I call my sister through my heart center. Sometimes I call my myself, through my writings, through my self-care journals, through my um like revisiting my goals, revisiting my aim. Just revisit those things. It's okay. As crazy as it gets, you're allowed to revisit those things. You're allowed to revisit them. And so I'm gonna enjoy the next couple minutes. I'm just gonna tap into my quantum frequencies that I have available to me to help me for the rest of the day. And then I probably will tap in later if I can, because it'll be a lot going on with the children coming in, or I'll just tap back in mañana and let you know like how and where I explored in my quantum frequency for today. So shine with the aura that you have. All right, you are the aesthetic.